Hello viewers, welcome to Science TV, 7 p.m. news with me Videlis Njoki, and that is my sign name. Let's focus on what's happening. President William Ruto has urged African nations to embrace innovation and work together in building clean economies as the continent pushes for climate resilience. Speaking at the second Africa Climate Summit in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, Ruto praised African innovators driving change through green infrastructure, smart farming, ecosystem restoration, waste solutions, and emerging technologies. He said, Africa holds the potential to lead in sustainable development, but stressed that global financial system must be reformed to support the continent's transition. Ruto challenged international partners to adopt equitable carbon pricing and restructure climate financing mechanisms to ensure fair access for developing nations. The president rallied African countries to unite around a common agenda, noting that collaboration was essential in scaling up climate action and ensuring the continent's economies grow without worsening the environmental crisis.
Strengthening our joint efforts, developing common strategies, and advancing coordinated initiatives, Africa and Caribbean can ensure that reparations speak not only to the injustices of the past, but also to the inequalities of the present and the promise of the future.
That from Addis Ababa, Africa and the Caribbean renewed their covenant to honor our ancestors, to uplift our descendants, and reclaim our shared destiny in freedom, justice, and unity. The African Union stands proudly and firmly with our Caribbean brothers and sisters in every step towards reparatory justice and true liberation.
This gathering is a tangible manifestation of our commitment to bridge the divide. Indeed, we are not merely building a partnership, we are reaffirming a familial bond.
The president is speaking about innovations and development to make the African nations development, and it's impossible to make development without economic growth. On to our next news. The United Democratic Alliance, UDA, has today handed direct tickets to aspirants who will contest in ward by-elections scheduled for November 27th. The move is part of the party's preparations to strengthen its grassroots representations. The aspirants, drawn from different parts of the country where by-elections will be held, were presented with nomination certificates during a meeting convened at the party's headquarters in Nairobi. According to UDA officials, the decision to issue direct tickets was aimed at ensuring unity within the party and avoiding lengthy nomination processes. The party leadership urged the aspirants to carry the UDA agenda to the people and secure victory in the upcoming polls.
Where the party will fight for every seat equally and with equal seriousness and with equal commitment and with equal resources.
Vile tulinyenyekea mara ya kwanza, hata hii tutanyenyekea, hata 2027 tutanyenyekea. The one thing you can be sure of is you have and 1% support of the party leader and the deputy party leader. So muende huko, mungangane, and I'm sure UDA will emerge victorious in all the seats that we are going to be fielding candidates in the next elections that are coming. And to the candidates, best wishes, Godspeed, and just know that you are the flag bearer of the UDA party.
You've seen the by-elections, and you've seen people, it's important in general as we are heading to the elections 2027 in different parts of the country, where you present your certificate, then you choose who you want to lead. You want them to lead you. On to our next news. A panel of experts chaired by Prof. Makau Mutua has begun a week-long session at the Kenya School of Government to develop a framework for compensating victims of police brutality. The panel, sworn in on September 4th, includes Law Society of Kenya, President Faith Odhiambo as the vice chair, and has 120 days to submit recommendations to President Ruto. The team has been tasked with identifying the categorizing victims of protests, recommending reparations, and considering the social, cultural, and economic impacts on affected families. During the opening, relatives of those killed in demonstrations urged the panel to deliver meaningful justice, noting that financial payments alone could not heal the trauma and loss experienced. However, the panel's legality has sparked debate within the legal fraternity. Critics argue its establishment may be unconstitutional and risks undermining independent institutions. Others have questioned Odhiambo's role, accusing her of compromising the LSK's independence, a claim she has dismissed while pledging to uphold justice. The panel is expected to conclude its work by December 24th, 2025. You've seen how people have argued and they've not gotten any justice. But we hope the president will select and approve the panel and the work will continue. Hopefully the people who are affected, who faced police brutality during the protest. Moving on. A family in Naivasha is demanding justice following the mysterious death of their daughter, Naomi Wangari, whose body was discovered at the city mortuary in Nairobi alongside that of her lover. The two had been reported missing after leaving for a night party in Mlolongo, Machakos County on August 24th. The bodies were found on September 8th, nearly 2 weeks after their disappearance, leaving relatives devastated and accusing authorities of failing to update them on the search. Family members say Wangari's body bore visible injuries, including cuts and beatings, raising suspicions of foul play. They are now calling on investigators to thoroughly probe the incident and ensure those responsible are brought to justice. Police in Machakos and Nairobi have confirmed investigations are underway, though the exact cause of death remains unclear.
Aliitwa na bwana wake wakiwa kwa nyumba na watoto wake. Mmoja ndiye huyu niko naye hapa, yule mdogo wake. Sasa wakati aliitwa na bwana wake, alimuelezea ameitwa na rafiki yake ambaye anaitwa Kimani. Sasa alikuwa wanaenda ati hiyo klabu inaitwa Continental iko Mororo.
Niliona tu alikuwa ameniandikia sasa, alafu akazima. Sasa mimi nilifungua nikaingia online nikaona hiyo jina.
Tumezunguka mamochari. Sasa jana ndio tumefanikiwa na nikapata mtoto wangu ambaye ako seti mochari akiwa amekatakatwa, alafu anawekwa kwa barabara, ndio tuseme isemekane labda ni gari.
Haki ya mtoto wangu hiyo ipatikane, asipotee hivyo bure, juu alikuwa anatafutia watoto wake, hakuwa anaimba.
You've seen the two people died and they disappeared for 2 weeks. And then the body was found dead in a mortuary. And we have questions arising, and we are sorry for the family, and I hope they will get justice. On to our next news. Police officers in Mombasa have confiscated large quantities of cooking oil believed to have been stolen from cargo lorries transporting the commodity to different parts of the country. The operation was carried out in the Shimanzi area, a key industrial hub in town. According to authorities, the oil originated from several companies that distribute the product nationally. 13 cargo transport lorries were impounded during the crackdown as part of the investigations into the local trade. Security agencies have cautioned members of the public against buying the seized oil, warning that it may be contaminated and unsafe for human consumption. Investigations are ongoing to establish the full extent of the theft and identify those behind the syndicate.
We have discovered that there are many trucks as well, about 13 trucks. Then we constituted a multi-agency team. All the agencies, government agencies are represented here, and we are going to investigate this matter. I want to inform the general public to be very careful on what they consume.
We have also identified there is a quite number of offenses or maybe crimes of other jurisdictions are also committed within the facility. That is the reason now multi-agency team has been informed by the commissioner, so they join hand with anti-counterfeit authority to unravel and also detect and also deal the case under the criminal procedure.
You have seen the condition under which this oil is being recycled into branded oil companies' jerrycans, and I'm just saying that we shall ensure that public are safe from what is going here. And as he has said, we expect the manufacturers also to come forward and assist us. And we shall also ask the Kenya Bureau of Standard and to come forward, NEMA and everybody, to ensure that Kenyans are safe from such unscrupulous business people who want to make profit out of Kenyans.
Because the conditions under which this fuel is being processed and prepared is very unpathetic and unhealthy. We have the Ministry of Public Health here. Now, Kenyans to be very careful on what they consume.
The owner of this brand now cannot move to market his product in the market. He cannot have his share in the market. He's affected in terms of performance in terms of that is the reason why you will see many factories are closing down.
On to our final news. St. George's Girls High School in Nairobi has been closed indefinitely following student protest on Sunday night over the alleged assault of a learner by one of the teachers. The arrest, which began after claims that the student was punished for stepping outside to observe the blood moon, saw learners chant for justice and denounce corporal punishment within the institution. The situation escalated as hundreds of students marched within the school compound in their nightwear, chanting slogans and demanding accountability. Police officers were called in to restore order as the demonstrations stretched late into the night. On Monday morning, Dagoretti North Deputy County Commissioner, together with school officials and security teams, announced the indefinite closure of the school. Parents have been directed to pick up their children, with the administration advising that those wishing to transfer their daughters to other institutions should reach out to the school office for guidance.
You come across a situation of this kind, it is customary to close the school for a short while. However, those that wish to remain
we have made a decision as the security team and the board that we declare the school closed. Further communication will follow.
What exactly happened yesterday night?
Investigations are ongoing.
What are the preliminary information that
we are doing investigations?
On what?
On what transpired. Yeah?
Kindly tell
us
what transpired.
We are doing investigations, surely.